I'm Robert. I live in Atlanta, Georgia, and I've been in the hobby for a little over 5 years. And I started with a freshwater tank with 55 gallon. Stayed in there and escalated pretty quickly, then transferred into a 40 gallon reef tank, then into a 125, then we bought this house, then got this 300 gallon tank.
Robert's Custom Aquarium is a 300 gallon tank that measures 96 inches long, 30 inches wide, and 24 inches tall. It has ultra clear glass on the front and side panels.
So the theme of this tank, the coral and fish in here, has been something I wanted for a very long time. If you're in the reef aquarium hobby, you know most of the time angels and corals, they don't really get along very well. And I bought this tank with a mindset of I want to keep angels and I want to keep corals. So I needed, most of the angels are pretty big, and you can see this in this tank. Some of the angels are already, I had them for less than a year, and they already grew to 60 inches or over. And I needed a big tank, and I needed a lot of space for these tans and angels. So when I was searching for an aquarium, as I said, this has been something I dreamed for a long time, and I really did my research. I spent probably 3 to 6 months searching for aquarium builders. Obviously, the first thing is price, and there were some builders I found online with cheaper prices, but on the forums I found some feedback that just didn't fit my needs. There are also builders build awesome tanks, but one, the lead time was over a year, and the price was triple or even quadruple the price I got from Custom Aquarium. And second was really the reputation and really the structure of the tank. Most of the tank builders, commercial tank builders I found online, they use plastic frames, and the old 125 gallon fish tank I had plastic frames, and after having it for a year, I started noticing some of the plastic are like showing some tear and wear. One thing I want to say was, one, the glass clarity was really exceeded my expectation. I don't know, this was my first ultra clear, or some people call it low iron glass, and my old tanks has always been having this little green king and hue, whatever you say it. And even though the glass was only 3/8 of an inch, I can still see the green from a distance. But this one, I never see the green. I never had an issue with that. And also the overflow system is very nice. I knew it was going to be low profile, but after I installed it, I was still blown away by how little I actually see in the tank. The overflow box just like on the surface of the water, you barely notice them. Custom Aquarium has been awesome, and I just want to say, throughout the process, trust me, before I contacted Custom Aquarium, I made contact with some tank builders, and none of them responded like Custom Aquariums. I think in my first video on YouTube, I mentioned I was blown away by the response I received when I first requested a quote. I got a response, I think was on a Friday night or Saturday night at 11 p.m. And normal people just don't work that hours, and I was really shocked. And from that point, I knew the customer service is going to be top notch, and I was right. Throughout the process, I was like kept in the loop. I was updated on time, and the tank was delivered on time. So I was super happy. So thank you, Custom Aquarium.